This vlog will discuss how attentional focus should be directed to maximize muscular development. A compelling body of research indicates that focusing your attention on the target muscle and consciously directing neural drive to that muscle during exercise increases the target muscle activation. There are two primary types of attentional focus, and you should employ the correct method depending on the goal of the task. If your goal is performance-oriented, research shows you are better off adopting an external focus. For example, golfers, dart throwers, and pool players should seek maximum accuracy. Track and field athletes should seek to maximize jump height or distance. Alternatively, when seeking to maximize muscle activation, an internal focus of attention is more effective. A number of studies have shown significant changes in EMG activity when subjects were told how to visualize a muscle and given verbal reinforcements during the exercise. What they also noted was that alongside this increase in activation of the target muscle was diminished contribution from secondary muscle movers. According to the National Strength and Conditioning Association, the effectiveness of using an internal focus is reduced at higher loads, 85 to 100% of your 1 rep max. This may be because greater levels of force exertion are required at higher loads, leaving fewer motor units available for the mind to influence. Here are some practical tips of how to apply internal focus. When thinking about muscle awareness and attentional focus, work backwards. Think about what movement the muscle performs. As an example, let's look at the hamstrings. Isometrically contract the hamstrings, for example with a hamstring curl. While you're isometrically performing the movement, use as much tactile stimulus as you can. Really focus on how it feels to isolate that muscle. Keep in mind that muscles never work 100% in isolation. Directly following this isometric activation of the desired muscle, perform the exercise. For example, for the hamstrings, it might be a deadlift. Focus on the eccentric part of the movement. Use visual imagery and tactile feedback. Tactile feedback could be in the form of a partner or trainer tapping the hamstrings, or it could be something else providing sensory feedback. In addition to this, think strong. It is likely that the molecular signaling for all three primary mechanisms of muscular hypertrophy, mainly mechanical tension, metabolic stress, and muscle damage, are increased when the exerciser focuses their attention internally, which could ultimately result in greater muscular development for a given exercise and load. The effects of this strategy seem to be particularly beneficial when training with relatively light loads. To summarize, if your goal is performance-oriented, or if you are a competitive sport athlete, you should rely heavily on external focus. However, if you are attempting to maximize muscular activation, an internal focus of attention is a better choice. I hope you enjoyed learning about attentional focus and muscle activation, and I hope the next time you're exercising you think about what your goal is and you're able to apply these principles.